General Hospital spoilers tease that the story of General Hospital is getting more complicated than ever, with secrets gradually being exposed, leading to major upheavals in the lives of key characters. Jason Morgan, a man who never backs down from his duty to protect his family, now faces a challenge he never imagined. Initially, his goal is to investigate Dalton's connections to a mysterious technology project, which according to initial information, may be related to Sidwell's dangerous plots. But during the investigation, Jason not only discovers secrets about Dalton but also unravels a series of unimaginable truths, which makes everything more complicated and dangerous. As he begins to probe Dalton's activities, Jason discovers that this man is more than just an ordinary technology engineer. Dalton's connections to the underworld of crime seem to run deeper than Jason could have imagined. Dalton's AI project is not only a technological breakthrough, but may also be the foundation of a massive criminal conspiracy. As he begins his investigation, Jason realizes that he is not only dealing with a new enemy, but is facing a war that could completely change the landscape of Port Charles. Jason's every move must be carefully calculated, as he must protect not only his loved ones but also his values. As Jason digs deeper into the case, he unexpectedly discovers that the secrets not only involve Dalton, but also push him into discoveries involving Emma, whom Jason once considered an ordinary girl. Emma, who has always been known as an excellent student and Robin's daughter, now appears in a role Jason could not have imagined. As it turns out, Emma is not just a student, but actually a secret agent for the WSB, working alongside WSB Director Brennan. Robin and those close to Emma will be shocked to learn that the girl they love and protect actually has a very special connection to the WSB, participating in activities they never knew about. The truth about Emma leaves Jason not only confused, but also wondering if he really knows everything that is going on in the community he has lived in for so many years. The girl he once considered a close friend, now has a big role in an intelligence organization that many people in Port Charles have never known. This not only creates confusion in Jason's heart, but also makes him question his trust in the people around him. If Emma is really a spy, are all of her actions in the past part of a larger plan? And is she truly loyal to the WSB? Or is she just trying to hide her deeper motives? But that's not all. While Jason digs into the truth about Emma, he discovers an even bigger secret, that Carly's daughter, Jocelyn, is also involved with the WSB. It's information that no one in her family, no one in Port Charles, knows. The girl everyone loves and protects is a WSB agent. And this not only makes Jason rethink his role in the Jacks family, but also completely changes the way he views his relationship with Carly. Joss, the woman Carly has raised all these years, is no ordinary girl. She's working for the WSB, and this could have serious consequences if Carly finds out. Jason's investigation becomes more complicated than ever as he begins to realize that the connections of those close to him have unimaginable ties to the WSB. Jocelyn, Emma, and Dalton all seem to be tied to a larger conspiracy that Jason cannot fathom. The secrets of the WSB are slowly revealed, and the people he thought he knew best have connections he cannot explain. This leaves Jason facing concerns not only for his family's safety, but also for what will happen if the truth comes out. These revelations push Jason into a tense situation where he must choose between keeping quiet and protecting those he loves, or revealing the truth and facing the consequences of these secrets. If he reveals the truth about Emma and Jocelyn, will Carly be able to forgive him, knowing that he kept his daughter's spy role a secret? Will the truth about what's happening to his loved ones destroy his relationship with Carly, or will she stand by him when the truth comes out? At some point, Jason will face his most difficult question yet. Can he continue to protect his family without letting the truth about WSB's secrets shatter everything he's built? Can he save Emma and Jocelyn from Carly's wrath without losing her trust? The answers to these questions will not only determine Jason and Carly's future, but also the fate of everyone involved in this fight. As secrets are revealed and Jason's investigation continues to unravel complex relationships, one big question remains. Can Jason protect his family from these criminal conspiracies without costing them the loss and destruction of everything he loves? His relationships with Carly, Emma, and Jocelyn are now tested to the core, and the truth about the secrets Jason uncovers could change everything. Jason's investigation takes him into a fight he never expected. When he first learned about Dalton's technology, he thought it was just another AI research project. But the deeper Jason digs, the more he realizes that Dalton is more than just a simple technologist, but part of a covert intelligence organization with terrifying power and influence. This organization not only threatens his family, but could change the entire landscape of Port Charles. Dalton, who has always hidden his ties to the intelligence agency, is actually a key link in a sophisticated network that has been built for a long time. The technology Dalton develops is not only for scientific or industrial purposes, but can also be used to control and manipulate information, creating a powerful tool for the organization to use for its own dark purposes. Jason, always seeking the truth, quickly realizes that he is facing a conspiracy much larger than he initially imagined. During the investigation, Jason discovers that Emma, the girl he and her family have always trusted, is actually an agent of this organization. Emma's relationship with Dalton, which is supposed to be that of a teacher and student, is just a perfect cover to hide other targets. Emma, with her past involvement in secret operations, is not an ordinary student as everyone thinks, but a spy whose mission is to monitor and report on the progress of Dalton's project. These discoveries not only confuse Jason but also make him doubt his past relationships. Not only that, the deeper Jason digs into the investigation, the more he discovers that Joss, Carly's daughter, is also involved in this intelligence organization. The scary thing is that no one in her family knows this. Joss, a girl that Carly loves and protects, is actually a spy. And what she does could put her family in danger. When Jason discovers that Joss may have been spying on Dalton or involved in covert operations involving him, he knows he is dealing with more than just an enemy, but a deeper war, one that could involve everyone he loves. Jason knows that keeping quiet about these revelations is impossible. Carly, a fiercely protective mother, would never forgive him if she found out that her daughter was a spy he had known all along. Carly is not only a mother, but a strong woman. And this truth could shatter everything between her and Jason. The betrayal Carly will feel could shatter not only their relationship, but also drive an irreparable wedge between her family and Jason. But Jason knows that even if he keeps quiet, these secrets will eventually come out, and whether he protects Joss or not will become a matter of life and death. What makes things even more complicated is the relationship between Emma and Joss. They are not only agents working for a major intelligence organization, but also influential figures in Jason's life. Jason and Carly's relationship is now not simply about protecting their daughter, but a struggle to face the truths that neither of them can avoid. Jason knows that once Carly finds out about Joss, everything will change forever, and he must prepare for the unforeseen consequences. Every event is gradually pushing the story to a turning point with no return. The battle Jason is fighting is not just a struggle for power or safety, but a spiritual battle that he must face with his own loved ones. How will Jason keep Carly's trust as the truth about Joss and Emma comes to light? Can he protect his family from dangers they don't know about? Will Jason's decisions destroy his relationship with Carly, or will he be able to save them all as these secrets are revealed? With each new discovery, the story becomes more complicated. Jason is slowly realizing that this is not just a personal struggle, but one that everyone in Port Charles is involved in. What Jason discovers about Dalton, Emma, and Joss will not only change his life, but could change the future of everyone he loves. Can he face the truth without losing everything that matters? Or will he pay the price for the decisions he has made throughout this investigation? Each step, each new detail reveals the complexity of the investigation Jason is pursuing. And as he uncovers more dark secrets surrounding Dalton and the intelligence agency, he faces the biggest question of all: can he keep it all together, protect his family from these dark forces, without losing the trust of those he loves? The answer will only be revealed as events come to a head, and Jason faces the truth, not just about Dalton, but about his loved ones. In an unexpected turn of events, Jason Morgan, who has always investigated and solved problems on his own, now decides to ask for Spinelli's help. After encountering great difficulties in accessing information and dealing with Dalton, Jason realizes that he needs someone with more specialized skills in the fields of technology and intelligence. Spinelli, with his talent for computers and the ability to break through security systems, is the only person Jason trusts to help him break through the layers of protection Dalton has built around his secrets. From the beginning, Jason knows that Dalton is not an easy opponent. He is a cunning and calculating man, someone who can hide great secrets behind advanced technology and underground connections that no one can easily access. However, with Spinelli's help, Jason hopes that he can find a loophole in Dalton's security system and defeat him once and for all. Spinelli and Jason's relationship, always professional yet friendly, is now an integral part of Jason's plan. But their partnership is not an easy one. The battle of wits between Spinelli and Dalton is making things more complicated than ever. Spinelli, who has always had bold and sometimes weird methods, is facing someone like Dalton, a sharp mind who is always one step ahead. The more Spinelli investigates, the more he realizes the machinations that Dalton is hiding, and what they discover only makes the situation crazier. Encryption attacks, messages hidden in complex data, are all part of Dalton's grand plan, and Spinelli faces no small challenge in breaking through this cover. The tension between the two characters is not just about finding out Dalton's secrets, but also a battle of wits where every move must be carefully calculated. Spinelli must contend with unprecedented security systems, walls that Dalton has erected to protect his dark secrets. But in the process, Spinelli also discovers some surprising things. Not only are Dalton's secrets revealed, but also major secrets about the people behind Dalton begin to emerge. Pieces of the intelligence organization and the hidden relationships begin to be revealed, and this struggle gradually becomes a story much bigger than Jason and Spinelli could have imagined. One of the biggest shocks they discover is that Dalton is not only building groundbreaking technology, but is also a key part of a large intelligence organization that has the ability to control information and influence the entire life of Port Charles. These secrets are not only related to the technology he develops, but also the secret relationships he maintains with outside forces. This causes Jason's calculations and strategies to change. Everything is now not just a simple investigation of a technology project but a fight to deal with a large intelligence network, where every step can change the situation. This causes a big change in the way Jason approaches the problem. Previously, he thought that just breaking Dalton's secrets would help him solve everything, but now he realizes that to defeat Dalton, he not only needs to break through his layers of security but also face the great forces behind it. The adjustment in Jason's plan shows that this investigation is not just a fight about technology but also a fight against a dangerous organization, where every step threatens the safety of his family. And as Jason's investigation deepens, a new twist of madness is revealed. Jason discovers that Dalton isn't the only one with these secrets. He's just one piece in a larger game, and what they've uncovered may just be the tip of the iceberg. The complex relationships between Dalton and those behind him seem to have more influence than Jason could ever imagine, and this only heightens the unease about what's coming next. Each new clue that Spinelli and Jason uncover not only sheds light on the secrets of the technology Dalton is developing, but also complicates matters as they tie into other secrets within Port Charles. In particular, the investigation begins to reveal a truth Jason never expected: Emma and Jocelyn, the girls he knew and trusted, are actually working for a major intelligence organization. This not only forces Jason to face difficult questions about trust, but also creates cracks in his relationship with Carly, as she realizes that her daughter may have been dragged into dangerous activities without her knowledge. This story is slowly developing into a new disaster, as all the secrets are gradually revealed. Jason learns that this war is not simply about foiling Dalton's plans, but also a struggle to protect the people he loves, while greater forces are trying to control it all. The new reckoning that Jason faces will determine not only his fate but also the fate of Port Charles, and as the truth is revealed, will Jason have the strength to protect the people he loves? Or will he pay the price for his decisions in this battle of wits? Jason is now faced with not only the task of saving Jocelyn and Emma from a dark plot, but also finding a way to save Anna, someone he once considered an ally and close friend. Things have become more complicated than ever, when not only are his personal relationships with his loved ones at stake, but also a war against forces he never imagined. The shocks continue to come, strong and unexpected, as events seem to spiral out of control. Initially, Jason's mission was simply to learn the secrets of Dalton and the intelligence organization he represents. However, things quickly escalate when Jason discovers that, in addition to protecting his family from Dalton's machinations, he must also save the people he loves, who are caught up in a dangerous web they don't even understand. Jocelyn, Emma, and now Anna, all of them have unimaginable connections to the organization Dalton is involved in, and this has made Jason's mission much more difficult and complicated. Jason's new obsession is the realization that he is not only fighting Dalton, but also the dark forces that Dalton represents. Anna, the person Jason once trusted and fought alongside, is now at risk of being caught up in a dangerous web of intelligence. She is not only a defender of justice, but also a part of the organization she has tried to keep hidden. Anna's secrets are now being revealed at a rapid pace, causing Jason to question the very relationships he has built. One of the biggest shocks Jason faces is that Anna may have been drawn into dangerous conspiracies all along without his knowledge. All of Anna's actions and decisions in the past may now be seen as part of a larger plan, one that Jason cannot understand. This leaves Jason fighting not only to protect Jocelyn and Emma, but also to save Anna from the consequences she may face, as everything she believes in and stands for is at stake. Jason's mission now is not only to save his loved ones, but also to protect his own family from increasingly crazier and more dangerous events. The shocks continue. And one of the major adjustments to Jason's plan is that he cannot think only about winning this war, but must face life or death decisions. Everything can change in a moment. And this makes Jason's mission more urgent and dangerous than ever. With family relationships at stake, and dark secrets increasingly revealed, Jason must do everything he can to save Jocelyn, Emma, and Anna. But he also faces difficult realities. Can he protect them from powerful and sophisticated enemies who can manipulate and control every situation around them? Jason's every move must be carefully calculated, because the smallest mistake can lead to irreparable loss and damage. Jason's mission has now become a fierce battle of wits not only with Dalton but also with those behind him. Jason's new shocks not only expose him to unforeseen dangers, but also put him in a stressful situation where every decision could change the fate of those he loves. This battle is not only about power, but also about trust, sacrifice, and relationships that were once strong but are now on the brink of collapse. The madness of this situation becomes even more apparent when Jason realizes that the events that are unfolding cannot be solved simply. Every situation can change in an instant, and Jason must constantly adjust his plans to deal with the surprises that this intelligence organization creates. But more importantly, he must ensure that, no matter where this battle goes, he will not let his family suffer any more loss. As events unfold, it becomes clear that this is not just an ordinary investigation, but a life-or-death battle, where new calculations will determine everything. Will Jason be able to maintain his resolve and protect his loved ones from the ravages of dark conspiracies? Or will things eventually spiral out of control, leaving behind unforeseen consequences? Jason Morgan's investigation has taken an unimaginable turn. As he continues to dig deeper into the secrets surrounding Dalton and the intelligence organization he represents, a terrible truth is slowly revealed. At first, Jason thought his fight was to protect his family from the dangers of the underground forces, but as he gains access to important information, he realizes that the severity of the situation is much greater than he ever imagined. The complex relationships and intrigues become increasingly clear as Jason discovers that not only are his loved ones Jocelyn and Emma caught up in this dangerous game, but he now discovers that Robin and Britt are also being held captive by Dalton and his organization. This is a huge shock to Jason, as Robin is his longtime friend and ally, and Britt, despite their past conflicts, is now an integral part of the lives of many in Port Charles. The capture of both creates a storm in Jason's mind, making him realize that this war is not just about technology, but also a fight to rescue the people he loves. This new adjustment, Jason's discovery that Robin and Britt are being held captive is proving to be one of the major changes in the story. The dangers Jason faced before now extend beyond protecting his family from Dalton's schemes to rescuing his closest friends from the clutches of this secret intelligence organization. Jason's calculations now involve not only breaking through the security systems Dalton maintains, but also saving the lives of two important people he once trusted. Jason's decisions will determine not only the safety of Robin and Britt, but also the entire fight against Dalton and his organization. The story of this investigation is gradually expanding and going into unexpected events. Jason is now faced with life-or-death decisions whose outcomes are impossible to predict. One of the biggest shocks he faces is the realization that everything around him can be manipulated by conspiracies he cannot see. Dalton, with his vast intelligence network and careful calculations, is not only playing a long-term game but also trying to drag everyone around him into his fight. Robin and Britt are not innocent people caught up in this situation, but pawns in a game that Jason must solve. This puts Jason in an extremely tense situation, when he realizes that things are going much further than he thought. The secrets of Dalton's organization are slowly being revealed, and with each revelation, the battle becomes more complicated. Not only have Robin and Britt been captured for Dalton's own purposes, but they may also be important pieces in a larger plan he is carrying out. Jason, with his abilities, cannot let this happen. He knows that he must act quickly, because every second that passes could put the people he loves in danger. One of these new shocks forces Jason to change his strategy. He can no longer be just a protector of his family and friends. Now he is faced with saving his loved ones from the massive intelligence organization Dalton controls. This not only adds to the stress in Jason's life, but also puts him in a situation where every decision could have serious consequences. This battle is not just about strength or strategy, but about sacrifice and determination. If Jason fails to rescue Robin and Britt, he will not only lose his two best friends, but also the trust his family has in him. This major change in Jason's plans is making the story more crazy and unpredictable than ever. Things are getting further away, when not only his loved ones are threatened, but his own life is also being dragged into unpredictable dangers. One of the new obsessions that Jason must face is how to get Robin and Britt away from Dalton without making things worse. Jason's every step now has to be carefully calculated, because any mistake can lead to irreversible loss. And the scariest thing is, these crazy events can not only end with saving Robin and Britt, but can also create a bigger war between Jason and Dalton. The confrontation between the two is now not just a battle of wits but also a battle of survival. The secrets Jason uncovers may not only disrupt Dalton's plans but also open a new door to other threats he never thought of. The story of saving Robin and Britt is not just about a simple mission, but about a full-scale war where every step, every decision is vital.